Is that what you're looking at?
It was a long 9 months for Jamie Silikowski. This pregnancy followed a miscarriage, and complications fed into her worry. But Hunter arrived on October 16th without a hitch. The trouble arrived a day later.
After I had him and I got into my room, that was the first time a doctor had come up to my room and said, just so you know, you failed your drug test. Is there anything you took?
That's when Jamie remembered driving through Tim Hortons before going to the hospital.
I did have a lemon poppy seed bread. I'd just thrown that out there, and he laughed and said, that's from Seinfeld. That can't be. And I said, that's where I heard it. That's why I'm just bringing it up.
I found out why I was testing positive for opium. Poppy seeds!
Poppy seeds!
What happened next had no one laughing.
And I didn't know what to do, to be honest with you. I had nowhere to turn. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what questions to ask. I offered to retake the drug test. I asked if I could do another urine sample, a blood test, a hair sample, and they said no.
Mercy Hospital called Child Protective Services. CPS then launched a child abuse investigation.
Honest to God, it was like a nightmare. I didn't know where it was going to end.
CPS would make house visits, interview Jamie's 2 daughters, and visit their school. Jamie also underwent drug counseling and testing.
It just turned my world upside down for 8 weeks when I should be enjoying my rainbow baby. And it's not fair.
But toxicologist Michael Peterson says it's not unheard of.
From time to time, a person who consumes a poppy seed product may end up with a positive opiate test and a confirmed positive for either morphine or morphine and codeine. I would expect that in most cases, medical professionals should be aware of this.
And then there's this. At the bottom of Jamie's drug test, there is a note that says the findings should only be used for medical treatment, not for legal or employment purposes. So why did it prompt a call to CPS? We also took a look at the policy at Rochester General, and we found checkpoints along the way that might prevent a call to CPS, like looking at the baby's drug test. Hunter's test didn't show anything. In response to all this, Mercy Hospital told us privacy law prevents them from talking about a specific case, but added, without discriminatory judgment and applied uniformly, we have policies and procedures in place to report actual or suspected instances to appropriate authorities where vulnerable patients may be at risk. We have no involvement in determining if an investigation is warranted or the extent of the investigation. Jamie reached out to us after CPS found the suspicions to be unfounded.
Although I understand, for protection of babies, you have to be careful and do these tests and things like that, but people need to be educated that this can happen and it can rock your world I think I'm lucky that it was only 8 weeks, to be honest with you. But it was a long 8 weeks.
After a long 9 months. Jamie doesn't know where she'll go from here with all this, but she is certain of one thing. She'll never eat a poppy seed again.